Hey everyone, I want to talk about this really weird symptom that I've been getting. It's this internal itch, and I know this sounds so weird, but it's on my left side, like near my ribs, and it feels like this internal itch. Like I can't scratch it. It just feels like it's deep inside of my body. It started last night, and it's 5 o'clock in the morning right now, and I woke up. I have no idea why I woke up, and that's the first thing that I thought of. So, of course, my mind went to, oh my God, it's something wrong. Now, I'm trying to rationalize this and not go into a panic, because I know that my mind does that. I know that my mind automatically goes to, oh my God, something is wrong. One part of my brain, see, if this was years ago, my brain would automatically say something is seriously wrong, this shouldn't be happening, and I would be in the hospital. But I'm further along than several years ago, not much, but I'm a little bit further along in my anxiety treatment, where I'm trying really hard to rationalize this. So I keep thinking, why would that be happening? It's weird, you know. I am 8 weeks pregnant, so I don't know if that has anything to do with one of those weird pregnancy symptoms that people just kind of get for no reason, and it'll eventually go away. I feel like calling my OBGYN or my doctor, but then I feel like they're probably going to think I'm crazy. But then I think, well, you know, if it's health related, you should just call to make sure. But then I think, well, if I do that, that's kind of giving into my anxiety, because I'm pretty sure it's anxiety related, but I don't know 100%. That's someone with anxiety. I think that's the problem. At least I know it is with me. When I feel like I don't have control over something for myself, I really, really get anxiety. I feel like this itch, you know. You get an itch in your body, you scratch it, it goes away. I have no control over this. I don't know why it's happening. Like I said, last night, I kind of did assume that it was anxiety related. And see, now I'm just getting itches all over my body, which these other itches I can scratch, but not this one on my left side. But I thought it was anxiety related. Went to sleep, but then I woke up with this. Like, I didn't even have time to think about anything else. This is the first thing I felt. And similar things have happened to me in the past, where I woke up in a panic attack, which, you know, same concept. Like, I didn't even have time to think about anything, because anxiety is in your mind, right? Which causes physical symptoms. And I had a hard time, you know, with, okay, did I get a physical symptom first, which gave me anxiety, which in turn gives me more physical symptoms, or did I get anxiety first and then it just gave me physical symptoms? I think it's a vicious cycle. I think that I have both. I think that because people get weird pains in their body, and most people probably don't even recognize them, or if they do, they just kind of blow them off. But you know, for me, having anxiety disorders, any little twitch or twinge I feel in my body, I think that I'm going to die. See, now, I also have costochondritis, or it's also called tsetse syndrome, and when I breathe in real deep, like my chest feels really tight. Oh, see, I don't know. Now it kind of went away. Anxiety. So like I said, I don't know. Like right now, I don't know if I'm getting physical symptoms first, which is giving me anxiety, more, or I already know that I have anxiety and it's kind of making the physical symptoms worse. I don't know. I can tell you that I absolutely hate anxiety disorders. GAD, generalized anxiety disorder, and panic disorder, which I have, and I also have agoraphobia. I can't stand it. I hate this so bad. It's therapeutic for me to make videos, like I've said in so many other videos that I've made. I don't have a good support system physically around me. My best support system for my anxiety is here on YouTube and the comments that I get and the subscribers and on the Facebook page. And please subscribe and also put the Facebook link below. But that is my best support group, this online support group that I've created. And I need it so bad. And I'm sure all of you do too. Most people just don't understand. I know that a lot of my videos, I will repeat certain things that I've talked about in bits and pieces in other videos. But I just want to say this because it's very, very important. Especially if you don't have anxiety disorders. Telling someone to relax that has anxiety kind of makes their anxiety worse, because that's what an anxiety disorder is. You can't relax. We want to relax, but we just can't. It's impossible. If we could just relax and not have anxiety, then we wouldn't have an anxiety disorder. So that's what people need to understand. Like, there are certain things that come automatic to people. People that don't have this mental health issue, anxiety disorders. They don't understand why you can't just relax or just sit down or just calm down or just breathe. Like, it's something that we just can't do. And again, if we could do it, we wouldn't have an anxiety disorder. Nobody chooses to have this. I don't choose to have this. I hate it. I don't want to wake up with anxiety. I don't want to freak out and worry that I have to go to the emergency room because of every little twitch and twinge that happens in my body. I don't want this. And sometimes people say, and this is just completely ridiculous to me, but sometimes people say people do it for attention. Well, I'm by myself right now. I have nobody to talk to except for YouTube or people on my anxiety page. I have nobody to call. So I'm not doing it, obviously, for attention, because there's nobody here. So, yeah, please, if you don't have anxiety, or if you do, just tell people, like, you can't relax, you know? You can relax if you're not having anxiety and you want to, but it's almost like it's a learned thing. Like, we, and especially me, I know I need to learn how to relax. Like I said, it comes natural to so many people, but I need to learn how to do it. Even at nighttime, when I'm exhausted and I'm trying to go to sleep, I have a million things running through my head. It never stops. So, I don't even know how, but eventually I do get to bed by still thinking the million things, and my body falls asleep. I feel like even at nighttime, my mind's still awake. My mind's always going. I feel like even when I'm sleeping, yes, people have dreams, but I don't know. I don't think consciously. I mean, thinking about it right now, I never come to that point where, because most people just kind of let their mind go blank or think of something relaxing and they drift off to sleep. But yeah, no, I'm thinking of a million things. I'm thinking about the future. I'm thinking about the past. I'm thinking about the present. It's mostly things I'm worrying about, and eventually I go to bed. But yeah, I don't stop thinking of them. And when I wake up, it's like it's like this thing, your mind just keeps going, just racing thoughts, one after another after another. It's horrible. So horrible. And no, I don't take medication. I know medication works for some people. I don't promote medication, or I don't say medication's bad. Just for me personally, I think that I want to go the natural way. I want to get better. Like the root cause. Like I want it to get better. I am in therapy. I've been in therapy for a couple months now. I want to say it hasn't worked yet at all, but I don't know, maybe it is working and I'm just not recognizing it. I go once a week. Sometimes I do miss going because I don't have a car and I rely on other people to get me there. So I've missed a couple times, but I do like going. Well, I mean, I don't like going, but I'm okay with going, is what I should say. And I don't know. I don't know if she's helping or not, but, we'll see. One thing that I think was funny is the other day I was in the office and, I'm sitting in a chair. Excuse me, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm so tired. I'm sitting in a chair and there's an empty chair across the room. And she looks at me and she says, how do you get from where you're sitting to that chair over there? Like, a hypothetical question, but she was real, or metaphoric question, whatever. And she was really asking me. And I just looked at her and I said, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. And I said, that is why I'm here. And what I've noticed in therapy, I guess different therapists have different styles, but she really doesn't talk much. She kind of lets me do all the talking, and I guess that's part of therapy, but I feel like I would do better with somebody that's very blunt. Just says, hey, look, you need to do this, and I'll do it, because I hate this anxiety. But yes, she kind of, she'll ask thought-provoking questions, and I will, I'll, kind of answer my own questions or her questions, but every day I walk out of there, I don't really feel like I got any better to not having anxiety. But like I said, I don't know, maybe it's working and I don't realize it. Who knows? For me, I just feel like medication is just a temporary solution to the actual problem, the root of the problem. And with me being pregnant, I don't think that I can take medication anyways. I don't know. Maybe you can. I actually haven't looked into it. But I don't like taking medication as it is, let alone being pregnant and taking any kind of medication, let alone for anxiety. I do take atenolol, which is a beta blocker, which supposedly helps for anxiety. I'm not really sure if it does or not. The main reason that I was prescribed it was for my sinus tachycardia. I have a fast heart rate. I also have premature atrial and ventricular contractions. And I have noticed when I don't take the medicine, I only take 1 pill a day, but I notice when I don't take it, my heart palpitations, my fast heart rate, it gets worse. So again, I don't know if that's just a coincidence or not, but I feel like it's working. I also got really bad anxiety thinking that I can get, it affects the baby, because I think atenolol is a category D medication, which affects an unborn baby. But I did talk to my doctor, and always talk to your doctor, especially if you're pregnant, about any medication. But I did talk to my doctor, and he suggested me still taking the medication. I don't know if that would be in everyone's case, but my doctor told me to keep taking it even though I'm pregnant, because he said if you're not okay, the baby's not going to be okay. And if that medicine makes you okay, he was talking about like my heart palpitations, then take it. So I do. And he wanted, my OBGYN wants me to go to back to my cardiologist. I told him that, you know, they've done every test on me. They've done a stress test. They've done like a scan on my heart. They always say I'm fine. But he wants me to go back, I guess, because I'm pregnant. You can never be too sure, just to make sure I'm okay. Well, I'm not okay in my mind with my anxiety, but, you know, I'm kind of glad I'm going just to get that reassurance, because my cardiologist is, she's like the head of the center. It's like a woman's center for heart issues, and yeah, she's like the top dog. So, you know, I kind of have sometimes, this is probably part of my anxiety, but this is how I feel. I have a hard time believing doctors sometimes, or trusting them. I know that I probably shouldn't, but I do. I'm the kind of person that when I'm going to a doctor, I'll research the doctor, where did they graduate, you know, how long have they been a doctor. It's just, I have like all this criteria in my head, which I know is probably my anxiety, but that's what I do. Sometimes I don't know if things that I do are because of my anxiety, or that's just because it's me. I don't know, maybe a little of both. But yeah, she's the top dog in the whole practice. So I actually trust her, and, you know, but of course my anxiety creeps in, and when I feel my heart do a PAC or PVZ, I'm like, okay, I'm going to die. But I do have to say, ever since I had went to her originally, and she told me that I'm not going to die because of anything with my heart, it has gotten a little bit better. So, anyways, I'll stop this now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and make sure you check out the YouTube Facebook page. Sorry, tired and pregnancy brain. Make sure you check out the YouTube page, and, or wait, obviously you're checking out the YouTube page. Oh my god. See, I can't edit my videos, so this is all just going to be on there. I don't know how to edit. Check out the Facebook page for good support. Oh, and one final note. People with anxiety aren't crazy. It is a mental health issue. Anxiety disorders are mental health issues. But we're not crazy, you know, we're not suicidal. I mean, there's exceptions to every rule, right? But in general, and me talking from experience, like, I'm not suicidal. I don't want to ever hurt myself or anyone else. I have a rational mind when it comes to, you know, everyday things. You know, I don't hear voices. I don't see things that aren't there. I don't have delusions. You know, I have irrational thoughts about myself and my life with my anxiety. You know, thinking I'm going to die if I feel, you know, an itch on my side. Stuff like that. So, you know, don't ever think people with anxiety are crazy. You know, I guess we're all crazy, right? Everyone is crazy. But yeah, you know, I want people to gain an accurate understanding of what anxiety disorders really are. There's several anxiety disorders. I just happen to have 3 of them: agoraphobia, panic disorder, and generalized anxiety disorder. I was originally told I have PTSD. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I can't really think of anything traumatic in my life. I mean, my childhood was not really traumatic, but it wasn't the greatest. I had a great childhood, but I didn't really have the greatest teenage years, so, you know, that's not really PTSD, but I guess that was kind of traumatic. It was just something that happened over a long period of time. When people think of PTSD, usually it's something like an event that happened that was extremely traumatic. So I don't think that I have that. I don't know if you can get varying degrees of it or not. I'll have to research that more. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys.